And welcome back to Fantasy Now Plus, your place for all things fantasy football. We are here for another Tuesday. It is Priority Waiver Wire Day. And back with me again is Charlene as we discuss all the week 3 must adds, worth looks, must drops, everything that happened with the injury report on during week 2 to get you prepped for week 3 before anyone else hits that waiver wire. So let's go ahead and we're going to kick it right over and let's start the show.
You're watching Priority Waivers only on Fantasy Now Plus.
Charlene, you're back. You made it to week 3. How are you?
I mostly made it to week 3. I'm
are you
water in a couple leagues.
Yeah. I woke up this morning and I did not look at my leagues last night with Monday Night Football. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm winning a good majority of them. I have a chopped league on Sleeper, a guillotine league, to where I thought I was safe. And then I woke up this morning and found out I was in second to last by 4 points. And I had Ashton Genty last night who scored me 7. And the guy who got chopped didn't have any Monday night players. So when I went to bed last night, I was actually on the chopping block and did not realize it until this morning. But I'm safe. Thank you, Genty, for at least getting 4 points. Because that would have really sucked. I have like a really good team in that league too, and Marvin Harrison.
I'm sure everybody was hoping that you were the one getting chopped.
Yeah. I'm sure. I'm heavily positive about that because waivers for them would have looked phenomenal today. Murray, Genty, James Cook, Marvin Harrison, Laporta, who is dealing with an injury, I think, as well. It's just I have Juwan Johnson on the bench, like tight end 2. Like I have a decent team. It's just I don't know. Everybody decided to not show up today or this weekend. So, but yeah, we're gonna talk about some injuries today. How are your teams doing overall? We're 2 weeks in.
Overall, this was a better week. Fishbowl was a little rough week 1. I came back and fixed that in week 2. So, for the most part, honestly, week 2 was vastly superior to week 1, except for in my home leagues. For some reason, I am on the struggle bus.
I am 31-21 in all my leagues. Some of those are, league median games. So I'm 4-0 in a couple leagues, which is really nice. I have a couple undefeateds. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros in the loss column. So that's still good. Fishbowl, I was doing good last week. I was in the 800s. I was like, this is the best start I've ever had in my life. And then Kittle, IR.
Yeah.
Everybody just started dying on my team and injuries have hurt. So I gotta regroup, and try to figure out some things, but we're gonna make it work. I'm not 2-2 and I'm sure I'm probably in the thousands at this point. So
hey, I started in the 3,500s, so only place to go is up.
I mean, there's only like 5,500 people, so that's like in the middle. So let's before we get going, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Fantasy Now Plus. If you're watching us on Twitch, join us on YouTube. If you are a Twitch person, be sure to hit that like or whatever's on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the like, comment below your favorite waiver ads. Ask us any questions. We'll also answer your questions as well if you have questions for us. Follow us everywhere on social media. I'm stumbling for words already in week 3, but be sure to follow us everywhere on social media. You can get the whole all of our follow links in the description below, fantasynow.com/follow. We'll have all of our links below. And if you are a new customer to Underdog, you can play $5 and get $50 in bonus funds using the promo code FN Plus. That is a great deal, especially for new customers. I was a new customer just a couple of weeks ago. I turned $5 into 190. I'm down to 100, but we're still riding high.
Yeah.
$5, 100. I need to just honestly withdraw some money so I don't keep going down. That would probably be the smart move, because I was like, you know what? Oh, we needed I'm going to Italy in a couple of weeks. I'll be on vacation for a couple of weeks off the shows, but it's like, oh, that would be some pretty good extra cash to take to Italy with me. I'm like, hold on, let me double it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works.
Haven't doubled it yet.
I think the rule is that you pull out your original investment, right?
What am I gonna do? Pull out $5?
You only started with 5, so I don't.
No, I'm gonna hit big again. I need to start following our articles on the website, FantasyNow.com, FantasyNowPlus.com. You can we put out a bunch of Underdog articles every week on how to win extra money. I need to start following those more, because I think they've been hitting pretty well, and I've just been like, no, that's dumb. My play is smarter.
Your vibes play.
Let's just say I'm better at fantasy football than I am at sports betting. So, Charlene, let's talk about some injuries. We had a bunch of news yesterday. Yesterday, and a lot of it was like, what? So let's start out with the most important one. Austin Eckler is out for the season with an Achilles tear on Thursday Night Football last week. That's devastating. I drafted Austin Eckler in so many leagues this year.
Me
too. This is the year, guys. Like, he is going to continue being a good RB2. Torn Achilles, he's done. And honestly, probably for his career,
he might be done. Yeah,
he's 30 plus, coming off an Achilles injury. That's going to be tough to rebound from. He was already on the decline the back half of his career. I think Austin Eckler is officially donezo in the NFL.
That makes me sad.
Yeah. Aaron Jones, this is something to watch for. He does have a hamstring injury, and we're going to talk about Aaron Jones a little bit later in a different segment. But with the hamstring injury, they have Jordan Mason. I'll let you decide what you want to do with that. But RB59 so far, last week, RB28 on the season so far, rostered in 93.5% of the leagues, probably are going to be looking for a running back next week. Another guy. Now let's get into the real stuff here, the quarterbacks, because I'm getting real 2023 vibes already. I don't know about you, but we missed out on 12 quarterbacks that season. That was very tough. We'll start with I would say, low-hanging fruit. JJ McCarthy. This was kind of a surprise yesterday with an ankle injury. He is expecting to miss 2 to 4 weeks after that loss against the Lions, in which he played every snap of the game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Where did this injury come from?
You know what? I didn't find out about it until
we posted about it
yesterday late afternoon.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, what?
The Vikings had a terrible loss, and they were like, you know what? You're a new dad. Just go take a month off. Like, here's your paternity leave. We're gonna go ahead and just not play you for a couple weeks. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe that's
injury. It. Oh no, probably not. Justin Fields is dealing with a concussion. I'm pretty sure he's in concussion protocol still. This is something to watch because he was so good in week 1, and then 4 points last week against the Bills in concussion protocol. That means Tyrod Taylor is likely to start this week if Justin Fields cannot make it back onto the field. Oh, I don't like that. Let's keep on moving down that list. Jaden Daniels, this is a red alert for me because he is dealing with a knee injury. And he is doubt. I mean,
that was another shock. That was another shocking one. What happened there?
He was on the injury report last week also. Kind of went under the radar. I noticed on the practice report that he was dealing with a knee injury on the practice report. all of last week. And now
So is
it's
this
like
just more
officially
the same?
he might I think it's the same knee. Yeah. So this is definitely this is more than something to watch. This is like a red alert moment for me where it's like, oh crap, I might actually have to figure out another quarterback for my league. One league, Charlene. I don't want to just talk about our leagues, but I have Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Justin Fields. Those are
Oh
my
my
3
goodness.
quarterbacks.
You mean one quarterback?
It's an oh no moment. So that's tough. But you know what is even more tough for my Cincinnati Bengals? Joe Burrow is going to miss 3 months with the turf toe. He has to have injury. He has to have surgery, which is going to put Jake Browning in, which at
Which
least is a good backup
probably he
quarterback.
has the most upside of
He does.
any of
He
these
does.
backup quarterbacks, though.
Now,
So
in fantasy, not so much. I don't know, but he does have the most upside in general because of who he has to throw the ball to.
right. So as far as the rest of the Bengals players, I think it's not time to push the panic button
No,
just yet.
no. Maybe Chase
Yeah.
Brown. Maybe Chase Brown.
Maybe,
But Jamar Chase, T.
maybe.
Higgins, I don't think so. I think they're going to be fine. Jamar Chase had a great time with Jake Browning before when Burrow missed a good majority of the season. But Joe Burrow is in his 6th season. Andrew Luck played 6 seasons.
I saw that.
Joe Burrow has taken more sacks. He has been hit more.
Yep.
And he has been injured about the same amount of time. You cannot tell me that as an Indianapolis native, had to go through Andrew Luck's retirement, and now I'm about to go through it with my favorite team again. What's up, Kay Stokely? Hopefully you're still on here. We are paying attention. Pearsall, Chubb, Quinshon Judkins, QJ, or Pickens. I assume this is like who to start, who to pick up. Give me some more context. Are you looking to pick up one of these 5 people? Is this a flex play? Give us some more context. We'll help you out. But yeah. So for a flex, pick one in the flex position. Okay, so Charlene, who do you think here? I'm gonna look something up.
I am leaning Pearsall here. Out of these guys, I think I'm looking for consistency, and I think we're getting that more from Pearsall than any of these other guys. I still don't know what Judkins' usage is going to be. I know they're trying to work him in slowly, and I don't really know what that means. So,
well, and both running backs on Cleveland got about 10.5 points last week, so it's a very split backfield. I feel like I do lean Pearsall, maybe QJ even. We saw Chubb get in the end zone last week. I don't trust Pickens yet. Like even with the Cowboys exploding last week, I don't trust him yet.
Well, I mean, look at what Calvin Austin did week 1, and then
week 2 and nothing. Yeah, Pickens. 17.8 points last week for Pickens isn't terrible.
No, that's not terrible, but it's that too many mouths to feed issue.
Well, and the Cowboys had to score like 40 points for him to get 17.8. So Quentin Johnson almost 16 points last night, is wide receiver 7 on the season, 23 last week. It's pretty solid. And Pearsall was looking at 9.2. That's the thing, is that Pearsall's average is around there, but if you're looking for like a boom play, I probably lean Quentin Johnson. He's been more consistent so far. Pearsall just has the better opportunity to be wide receiver 1 for the 49ers, because who's there right now? CMC. Like CMC's only it. Juwan Jennings, like,
he's injured again, right?
He's injured again. So QJ has Lad McConkey and Keenan Allen to take pressure away. So he's been able to be consistent because the other 2 are also very, very good. So I would definitely lean towards QJ. You can lean towards Pearsall, but my vote would be QJ for now. for now. That could change in like 2 weeks.
That's fair.
When QJ returns to being QJ.
Let's hope not.
Yes, thanks, Pudge. So yeah, those are the injuries. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes of the show. Who do you want? You start first. Which player is on your must add list this week?
I think we'll start with an easy one. Juwan Johnson. I think he's absolutely a must add, must start. It's kind of the same thing. If you look at New Orleans, you look at what Rattler's doing. I mean, he's the guy. I don't even need to go into I don't even need to go into detail.
Last week he was tight end 1. He finished as tight end 4 this past week. He's tight end 2 over the season so far. Nobody thought this would happen. But we also do see tight ends start off very good, and you're like, whoa, where did this guy come from? And then the McBrides, the Bowers, the Kittles, they all rise to the top. But right now, ride the hot hand while it's there, and Juwan Jennings is the guy in New Orleans. He's the guy. Chris Olave, currently wide receiver 36 last week, 33 on the season. 11.4 points last week. Juwan Jennings almost got 16, so he upped it from last week. So I agree with you.
Blanket.
I agree with you. And again, what have we said all season so far is that Juwan, when there's a new quarterback, the best player to pick up is that safety net, which is usually the tight end position.
Right.
And here he is.
And here we are.
So here we are. Pudge, we're gonna get there. I promise you. I haven't missed it yet. Oh, and actually, you know what? Let's just talk about Jake Browning for a minute, because he's also on our list. But no. I'm not falling for it, Pudge. We're not getting there yet. The next guy I want to talk about is the guy, Daniel Jones, Mr. Indiana Jones himself, not Danny Dimes. Stop calling him Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes was New York. This is Indiana Jones. It makes
Indiana
the most
Jones.
Sense. QB7 on the season. He finished, I'm sorry, QB7 last week. He finished as QB2, or he is QB2 so far on the season, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, who saw that coming?
I would give you $1 million if I saw that coming, but I did not see that coming. But 22.8 last week against the Denver Broncos, who kind of stomped all over Cam Ward. And at the beginning of the season, I think you could probably have made a case for Cam Ward being a better player than Daniel Jones.
Yeah. I think that's
also,
yeah.
I just remembered something, Charlene. You're not using the right background. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, no. Did you send it to me?
I think I texted to you, but I didn't email it to you. Oh, that's my fault. Guys, we had a personal bet. Loser would have to change their background to the other person's team because the Colts and Broncos played, and the Broncos obviously lost. So
in horrific fashion. I think I would have preferred a blowout. That was gut-wrenching. I have never been so happy to so devastated in such a short amount of time.
Indiana Jones himself leads the Colts to a 2-0 record for the first time, and couldn't even tell you when. 2006, I think, was the last time. And last time they did that, they won the Super Bowl. So just gonna throw this out there. Mr. MVP himself right here. You can go get him. We told you last week to go get him. We said he was a must-add last week, and he's still
and here we are. If he's still there,
12.4% of leagues roster him on ESPN and Yahoo. This is crazy, guys. Go pick him up. Like, especially, okay, there's absolutely no way he makes it to week 3. With the 4 quarterbacks that we were dealing with, plus Brock Purdy is also out for another 1 to 3 weeks. You have to go get him. Like, you have to. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Even if you have a quarterback, go get him so nobody else does. Like, hold him. Like, be that guy. Be the guy that has the second quarterback because somebody else doesn't. Force them to go get Carson Wentz. Force them to go get Spencer Rattler, Jake Browning, like somebody else
Mac
that's not
Jones.
a top 2 quarterback.
Carson Wentz.
Exactly. So it's like the fact that he is only rostered in 12.4% of leagues is absolute bananas. Like, you guys, I don't want to talk about Daniel Jones next week again. You don't want to talk about Daniel Jones. We got Russell Wilson, QB2 last week, QB9 on the season. 31.3 points last week against the Dallas Cowboys. Monster game with Malik Neighbors. Monster game with Wan'Dale Robinson. He just killed it last week. Charlie, how much of this is because of that game, though? Like,
so I still have a bad taste in my mouth from when the Broncos had Russell Wilson.
oh, I'm just ripping these like things out like one at a time, aren't I?
So, and I was watching this game just going, where was this when he was playing for the Broncos? But I do not have the confidence in Russell Wilson that I have in Daniel Jones to continue doing what he's doing. I think with Russell, you're going to have a lot of these ups and downs. He's going to explode one week. He's going to tank the next week, and you don't know who you're going to get, when he's going to show up. So I say take this week with a grain of salt. I think he's going to be a serviceable QB. Don't get me wrong. But, when we're sitting here yelling from the rooftops to go grab Daniel Jones, I'm not doing that with Russell Wilson.
I think you can get him. I mean, obviously, rostered in 7.1% of the leagues, you can definitely go get him. It's just a matter of you're going to be streaming which quarterback you're playing. Yeah. If you have one of these 5 injured quarterbacks, you might as well go get him because he's going to do well. He's done well in times. I mean, if you go back and look at his numbers with the Broncos, even, you probably know later half of the season, he did well.
Yeah, if you're in quarterback trouble, it's a different story.
And the thing is Malik Neighbors. It's one of those wide receivers that's going to elevate the quarterback play regardless because Malik's going to get the numbers.
Right. I think we can safely say at this point that Neighbors is quarterback proof. I think he's one of those. Wide receivers. I think we can now say
at this point, yeah.
He is quarterback proof.
It's kind of like Justin Jefferson. I mean, like, he's quarterback, he's going to get his numbers, but like, I will continue to say, was Sam Darnold good, or was Sam Darnold a product of what Justin Jefferson was able to do on the field?
Right.
I think that's going to be similar to Russell Wilson this year. He's, again, latter half of his career. The thing that I worry about Russell Wilson is that the Giants healthy scratched Jameis Winston last week, which means they fully trust Jackson Dart to not be the QB3 anymore. He's the QB2 behind Russell Wilson. What point this year do they just decide to move on? And what point in the year do they just say, Jackson Dart, you're the guy? So I'm a little concerned about that.
You still can't. Yeah, I mean, you still
can't.
This week.
They're not benching him in week 3 after the big performance. So it's, even with a loss, they're not going to just bench him. So I think they keep rolling, and while they ride the hot hand while you got him. It's kind of like Jawan Johnson. You might as well ride the horse while it's out there.
Yeah, just don't expect week 2 every week.
Yeah. Now you put this guy on the list. Speaking of Wan'Dale Robinson,
right? I did. I think he is the clear wide receiver 2 for the Giants. That's pretty obvious. I think that he is. I think he's definitely somebody worth watching, worth a stash if you have the space, worth a flex play. Honestly, I would slap him in my flex. I think he's gonna get enough targets. And again, I mean, hopefully, Russell's going to be good enough to make that a thing.
Yeah. No, and somebody was talking about how he's, wide receiver 9 so far in the season on our
Yeah.
Discord, and how many targets he had in week 2. And I was like, well, it's a very high scoring game. That makes sense. But also look at last year. He had 140 targets last year. I
Yeah.
think through like week 6, 7, he was the most targeted wide receiver in the league. Wandale's gonna
Yeah.
get his targets. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's 93
Right.
receptions on 140 targets last year, only 700 yards, 3 touchdowns. But 93 receptions in a PPR league, Wandale Robinson is like the top candidate that you want.
Yeah, in PPR, yeah, and he's available in a lot of leagues. So if you're in a PPR league, I think that's that is your
Guy.
wide receiver pickup.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Wandale, I would definitely go get at least for a flex. I mean, do I trust him
Yeah.
being a starting wide receiver on my team? No, but do I trust
Probably
him to
not.
be a flex?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I did see Josh in the comment. I know you're watching. Zach wanted you and Charlene to know that it is National Banana Bread Day.
Ooh.
I love banana bread. I'm sad that I didn't get to be told that it's National Banana Bread Day. It's okay, Zach. I know you meant me, but Josh was slightly lesser.
My son loves the Starbucks banana bread, so I might have to go get some of that for him after school today.
Raphael Debo's Debo. What's he looking at? 17.4. That's not bad. He's having actually a pretty good years with the Commanders. If you can get Wandale Robinson also, you might have both.
I said it last week, and I will say it again. I don't know why people were so down on Debo. I feel like I was the only one that was like, I think this is going to be good for him here.
I did too. To be honest with you, I did too. Especially with Terry McLaurin contract stuff. I was like,
yeah,
Debo might be the guy.
When that started happening, I was targeting him a little bit more. So
yeah,
I'm still feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah. So Chris, back on your Jake Browning or Aaron Rodgers for a replacement. Relax a little bit. Just wait a minute. Let's see what Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers can do. Let's see if it was just the Jets or if like this is going to be a thing. I'm not going out and replacing Rodgers with Browning yet. Yeah. Charlene, let's talk about Troy Franklin for a moment. He's on the must-add list because of what he's done so far. He's wide receiver 14 on the season so far, wide receiver 7 last week with 24 points. Watching the game, Kenny Moore blew up a play on Troy Franklin, slammed him to the ground, and it seemed like after that he just literally caught everything and was the target in Denver. Yeah. Courtland Sutton had 1 reception last week. Troy Franklin seemed like he had 35,000 receptions and 650 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Courtland Sutton who?
Exactly. Is Troy Franklin the guy finally that we all expected him to be his rookie season?
I cannot say yes yet. I think I mean, he and Bo Nix already have that rapport, right? And we've all just been kind of waiting to see it. And now we've gotten a little taste, and I'm not quite ready to ride this off into the sunset. Like I mean, how many weeks are we going to see Courtland Sutton with 1? Like,
how many weeks are they going to be targeting Courtland Sutton as the wide receiver 1 though? With the best option. Troy Franklin being a pretty solid number 2 does raise him in value, in my opinion. 6 targets last week, 4 receptions. This week he followed it up with 8 receptions on 9 of his targets, 89 yards and a touchdown. Even had a rush for 11 yards. Next week he's got the Chargers. They've got a pretty decent defense, but they got Cincinnati after that. That's a pretty weak matchup.
Yeah.
Does have Philly, but then follows it up with the Jets, Giants, Dallas, who we just saw in a barn burner, Houston, Las Vegas, Kansas City. Like, he does have a pretty nice road, a road to being a guy to start. I would pick him up This is probably going to be at the priciest. People are going to go pick him up this week. That's the thing. So if you don't get him this week, you're going to miss out on him most likely. There's a good chance that he's there next week. 4.4% roster him right now on ESPN and Yahoo.
Well, I think we also need to talk about what about Mims? Because I think that's where my hesitation is, where it's not so much Cortland Sutton, it's more what about Mims? I mean, he's still there. He's still taking those targets. I mean, are we ready to be all in on Franklin?
I was all in on Franklin last year. I'm glad he's finally doing something. Pudge does mention they did deal with Vele, so like that Mims slides up into that third slot for Vele. So that they dealt Vele to the Saints. Yes. So I mean that's good, right? Like so that opens up opportunities.
That is that's helpful.
I think that helps. Mims 10.4 points last week. It's fine. It's no Troy Franklin though. Like I'm not saying he's going to be a Cortland Sutton and wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, but I'd pick him up and put him on my bench just because. And he could slide into your flex. I mean, there are players going down. There's players that are disappointing this year so far. You might as well go get him because I think this is the top. Him and Wan'Dale Robinson are the top 2 wide receiver options out there at the moment. And this is, we could tell you later in the year to drop him. So, how do I feel about picking up Troy Franklin for Jerry Jeudy? Jerry Jeudy, 9.1 points for last week, 14 something the week before. Disappointing year for Jerry Jeudy so far after last year. I don't hate it. Cleveland's not that great this year. I don't hate it.
And I mean, Tillman's having a great start.
Tillman had a good. Tillman's made our waiver show before, and then where's he? I mean, he's had a great start. I picked up Miles Sanders
and Njoku. I mean,
Raphael, man, is there literally anybody else that you could pick up? Are we hurting that bad? That's tough. I'm sorry. Sorry you have to go get him. Let's move on. Let's talk about some players that are worth a look. Now we'll get to Jake Browning. We kind of briefly mentioned him. He has the most upside of the backup quarterbacks. Honestly, he would be number 2 on my list this week for quarterbacks to pick up behind Daniel Jones. If you don't already roster Daniel Jones, because you listen to us. As Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, apparently Noah Fant, Mike Gesicki, Chase Brown. Just has no offensive line.
I just like they spent zero money on improving their O-line. It's not like this is the first year that it's been a problem. Like, what are they doing?
6 years of this mess, Charlene. 6 years of this mess. At this point, like, don't bring Hendrickson back next year. Don't just take the money that you could give to Hendrickson and go get an offensive line. Like, spread the wealth between 5 players because you need it. Like, seriously, you need it. But if Joe Burrow retires, why do you need it? Go build up everything else except for the offensive line, then build the offensive line, and then get a quarterback, I guess.
Maybe Burrow could just give them the ultimatum. You fix the O-line or I'm retiring.
I'm retiring, yeah. Ooh, Miles Sanders, Jordan Hill. Dang. Hey, Raphael, we're going to talk about some running backs here in soon, so stick around. We'll get to some players. But Jake Browning, so Jamar Chase, that's about all I can say. I mean, Jake Browning has done well when he's come in. The fact that he is able to really get in there, get after it, like he does well. He did well last week coming in. They got the win. They came at the end of the day. He finished as quarterback 14 last week, and didn't even play until the middle of the second quarter. So, let's give him a full game. I think he can
Yeah.
be solid. And I think he's somebody that is definitely worth going to pick up.
Agreed.
Week 2, my kicker got me the most points from Dallas, 20 points. Yeah, in Super League, if you're in Super League, 51.5 points from Aubrey. This guy has him.
He got me 70 points
Woo!
in one of my leagues.
Woo, dang.
And I still lost.
Mine was crazy. I thought my kicking scoring was crazy. Flex help, half point PPR. Do I stick with Travis Hunter or go with Tootin or Scatabo? You know what? We are in that segment. Let's go ahead and just move down to Tootin. Let's talk about Tootin, which he is right there. Bashaw Tootin, running back 17 last week. He has finally starting to play ball. 15.4 points last week with the Jacksonville Jaguars. How do you feel? How are you feeling about Tootin?
I'm feeling pretty good about Tootin. I think I mean, he's obviously the RB2 on the team, but he with Bigsby gone, like the world is his oyster. He's looking pretty good. He's not, honestly, I mean, he's not far behind ETN at this point. I think
no, you're right. I mean, ETN 16.9 last week. Tootin had 15.4. So I mean, between the running back positions, that's 30 points, just between the two of them. So
yeah, I think he's definitely worth picking up. I would prefer him over Miles Sanders personally. So yeah, if you were looking at picking up Miles Sanders, if Tootin is available, I would go and get him yesterday.
Yeah. I would definitely look at him. Again, especially if you have Travis Etienne, you might as well get both at this point, because that would be most certainly worth it. Another guy, Tyler Algier. This is another handcuff that a lot of people aren't looking at. He's rostered in 35.9% of leagues. He did score 15 last week. Finishes RB19 behind Bijan Robinson. That's pretty solid. Definitely somebody that you should probably be looking at, especially if you are in running back hell. So if you have to go get Miles Sanders, like get Tyler Algier instead. Go get Tootin instead. Pick up one of these other guys. Raphael FC, interesting on Tootin. So he's on his way to go get Tootin. So that's perfect, Raphael. I'm glad we could help you there. He is going to be way better than Miles, Mr. Fumble the Ball inside the 20. Sanders.
Yeah.
So Craig, we will update our weekly rankings tomorrow. We just want everybody to see how we finish, but Wednesday is usually our deadline on getting that done. Paige, Pudge, you're up by like 0.4. Let's chill. Let's just chill a minute. Let's see how that finishes. Next person. Do we do it? Do we just go ahead and talk about it? You hear that sigh from both of us at the exact same time, like Carson Wentz. JJ McCarthy is out for week 3. He's probably going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks. Carson Wentz, desperate times calls for desperate measures. Here's the thing. Just like Jake Browning, he's got Justin Jefferson to throw the ball to. He has been at MVP caliber in 2017. I personally have watched him completely fumble the playoffs for the Indianapolis Colts in person. I went to the Raiders game that year. All they had to do is win either against the Raiders or the Jaguars. Both were sub 500 teams. In fact, I think the Jaguars were like a 2-win team. And guess what? You win one, you're in the playoffs. They lost both. Carson Wentz lost both of those. That has tainted my reputation on Carson Wentz. I will not be picking Carson Wentz up, but I can understand if you have JJ McCarthy, which I do, sadly. You might want to go get Carson Wentz because he is throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, as Jordan Mason, who is a great PPR running back as well. He has the guys there. Can't fail, right? This is Aiden O'Connell, or not Aiden O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell. Like Kevin O'Connell is the quarterback coach, is the head coach.
Yeah.
Look at what he did to Sam Darnold last year. Carson Wentz might be the new Sam Darnold this year.
That might is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Ooh, might is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Super Bowl winning Carson Wentz. Yeah, he's got two. No, one. He has one. The Chiefs lost last year.
I would rather have Browning than Wentz.
Okay, so here's the thing. Between both, I don't think Zach Taylor knows how to be a coach anymore. Personally, I think Joe Burrow does a lot of that heavy lifting. That's just a personal opinion. That's me following the team way too closely. Kevin O'Connell is a QB whisperer, just kind of like Kyle Shanahan. You insert a quarterback, they're going to do well.
Yeah.
Look at what he did with Josh Dobbs. Look what he did with Sam Darnold. Mullins had a game there. Like, I feel like it's a safe. It has to be a safe pick. I can't imagine Carson Wentz just epically fumbling the bag. So long as Justin Jefferson is healthy, I think Carson Wentz is a playable option. I'm not starting him.
I agree with that.
If I have JJ McCarthy, I would consider picking him up. But I wouldn't want to start him until I see him actually play football. Just me.
And I think that exactly is the reason why I would take Browning over Wentz, is just because we've seen Browning step into this role before. We know what he's capable of. And I think that's why my confidence level is a little bit higher with Browning, but you make a fair point. I think given where Wentz is at and given who his coach is and he's throwing to, it's a wait and see. Whereas Browning is if you need him now, you can trust that he's going to put up some points for you.
Yeah. I just, because of the head coach, because of KOC, it makes me lean towards Carson Wentz. I lean that way. I don't like it.
No, I was like, you look very excited about that.
I don't like the fact that Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy, Justin Fields, and Brock Purdy are out either.
Ugly.
So it's ugly. Yeah. We're in unprecedented times. Not completely unprecedented. We just saw it 2 years ago in 2023 when everybody died.
Like everybody,
But let's be real for a moment. Go get Daniel Jones. Just go get him.
Yeah.
Go get Daniel Jones because that is the guy. But yeah, if he's gone already, Jake Browning's going to be expensive. This is the thing. Jake Browning is going to be very expensive this week in FAB. People are going to spend astronomical amounts on Jake Browning.
Yep.
You can get Carson Wentz for like a percentage of your FAB, like 1-2% of your FAB.
Yeah.
If in me for $100 leagues, I'm going to go put out $3 on Carson Wentz, and I'm probably going to overbid by $3, maybe $2. So, do we want to talk about the other quarterback on the list, or can we skip him? Spencer Rattler has Juwan Johnson, and that's about. Look, we have 5 quarterbacks missing this week. We had to throw 5 quarterbacks on this list.
Right.
Spencer Rattler, 2.9% of leagues rostered. He had 21.7 points last week. He is so far QB 17. He finishes QB 10 last week. That just shows you how bad he was in week 1. He's not a guarantee, but hey, he's a quarterback that can score points. If you're desperate,
he's a quarterback.
He is the quarterback. If you are desperate, like Charlene is in a 2 QB league where she has absolutely nobody but Browning,
let me tell you,
maybe go get Spencer Rattler. But at that point, he's probably also rostered as well. But
I was so happy to see Browning
quarterback
on my bench.
He is definitely a quarterback. Let's talk about a couple worth the stashes here. Alec Ailmanor, Tennessee Titans wide receiver, finished as wide receiver 24 last week, 50 on the season. He was on the field for 100% of the snaps. Charlene, tell me more about Alec.
I think this is definitely worth a stash. If he is available in your leagues, I kind of think you have to go get him. Listen, I don't have a lot of faith in Ridley at this point, and I have him on a few teams, and it is painful.
I have exactly as much faith in Ridley as the number on his jersey.
I mean,
but yeah,
Ailmanor's had one fewer target than Ridley in 2 games. Week 2, he led the Titans in receiving yards. I think things are only going to get better for Ailmanor. I mean, a lot of that hinges on his quarterback also getting better. But I like what I'm seeing. I like where I think this is going. Definitely worth a stash.
Yeah, if he's definitely out there, he's definitely not rostered. So you could definitely get him as a stash anywhere. So that does help.
Pretty much.
Keep hitting the wrong tabs here. How long is Purdy out, and what about his backup there? Purdy is out for at least 1 to 3 more weeks. He was looking at 2 to 5, so 1 to 4 more weeks. Mac Jones,
probably a week 5 return.
Yeah, I would expect that.
Maybe week 6.
He has the better toe injury. Apparently, he didn't have to have a 3-month surgery. 3-month. Surgery.
My God, yeah.
Mac Jones is definitely out there. He's definitely a quarterback. 21.8 points last week. QB 9. Last week 30 on the obviously 30 on the season. He didn't play week 1. But QB 9, it's solid.
Solid.
His incentive to actually get out there and win games is that if he wins 4 games this season, he's gonna make $400,000, $100,000 for every game. But if he only wins 3, he makes no extra money. So after 4 wins, he makes an extra $100,000 for every win. So he has the motivation to do well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's Shanahan's guy, right?
Yeah, he's the quarterback apparently that he wanted the draft instead of
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think this is another let's see, but I mean, also he's only going to be around for a few more weeks before Purdy comes back.
He's not a permanent solution. So
right.
Should I trade RJ Harvey for Omarion Hampton or Travion Henderson? My other running backs are CMC, Taylor, Mason, non-PPR league. You're looking at bench at this point.
I think they're all kind of in the same boat.
These
are all at the all 3 rookies that were expected to come in, and
none of them have stepped out and said, "I'm the guy."
None of them are living up to the hype.
You're solid where you are right now, so it doesn't really matter. If you're looking at which running back is better, Hampton's supposed to be the guy, right? Hampton got.
I mean, you could say the same about Henderson.
That's true. The problem here with all 3 of them. Sorry, I'm pulling them all up here. All of them scored under 6 points. Henderson had the most with 6 points last week. They all finished under 41, 52, and 53 last week. All of them are behind running backs that weren't supposed to, they're the vet. They're supposed to be good, but these are supposed to be the new coming.
Right.
Omarion Hampton behind Najee Harris. Najee Harris is getting more of a workload. Trevion Henderson
Yeah.
behind Ramondre Stevenson. Apparently, Stevenson knows how to play football again. RJ Harvey
Who knew?
behind J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is the best he's ever been in his entire career, including Ohio State, it seems like. You don't need any of them at this point. Like, these are good dynasty stashes right now. And honestly, dynasty, I'd want Omarion Hampton. But
let's not forget Antonio Gibson apparently is also alive and well.
I remember like 4 years ago saying, can we stop making Antonio Gibson? I think, can we stop pretending Antonio Gibson is a thing? But here he is.
Apparently not.
That sucks for you. Algier and Tootin are both already taken. The next guy on our list here, Raphael, might not be taken and is still better than Miles Sanders. Jeremy McNichols. I know last week he was RB 190. He scored exactly 0 points last week. But guess what?
There's no more Austin Eckler.
No more Austin Eckler.
And Chris Rodriguez.
Rodriguez
has been a healthy scratch. So I think you can. Yeah, I think you don't have to worry about that.
You got Bill. You got Jacory. Crocky, whatever. Bill.
I mean, but the team. I think the team like ran with the hype and then didn't do anything with it.
Right. So now that running back position to me is completely open.
Agreed.
Nichols could be a guy that you could go get now and look like a genius later. I would rather have McNichols than I would rather have Sanders at this point.
We know who Sanders is.
Right. He's shown us who he is on the goal line.
Yeah. If I was gonna take a stab at somebody, I would definitely go after him.
Raphael, you're fine. You got Kyron, James Conner, Jalen Warren. Go get McNichols. You don't even need him to start. So you don't need. It's not like oh my god, I gotta get him out of the way. So
you don't need to plug and play anybody else. So yeah.
All right, let's talk. We've gotten out of the way of all the guys that we should probably look at. Let's talk about some guys that are in our don't panic mode. That includes Derrick Henry, who sucked last week, fumbled the ball, had like no rushes. They were at the 1 yard line. He wasn't getting the carries. They were Marshawn Lynching him at the goal line for some reason. Don't panic.
Nope.
Don't panic. Like there's no point. Even with an RB60 week, he's still RB12. In fact, I'm trying to trade for him right now. Don't panic. Marvin Harrison Jr. is getting really close to panicking on because you drafted him to be wide receiver 1, and he is not even a flex option at this point. Wide receiver 38 on the season so far is not good.
No, that's not where you drafted him. But don't panic yet.
Don't panic with Genty. I agree there. He plays for the Raiders, guys. Keep stashing Justin Fields. Finishes last week poorly, but remember that week 1? Concussion symptoms suck, so keep stashing him. Don't drop him yet. If you're going to drop a quarterback that's on the injury list, drop Joe Burrow. I hate to say it, but he's going to be out until the fantasy playoffs, and you're not going to make fantasy playoffs if you're holding a roster spot for Joe Burrow, unless you have an IR spot.
That's true. But you also have to take into consideration the fact that there is still a chance he does not come back this season.
There is. You're absolutely correct. There is still a chance that he does retire. I mean, he does not come back this season, because if they're out of the playoffs, don't rush him back. They're going to sit it. They're going to.
Right. I mean, I don't know. They're saying it's 3 months for a surgery. Like, we don't actually know if it's going to be longer than that.
Well, it'll sideline him for 3 months. Like, I think he's getting the surgery this week.
No, right. But like the recovery, yeah.
So does he come back and become Joe Burrow? Does he come back and become half of what Joe Burrow should be because he's limited? I think he'll come back and be Joe Burrow, but it'll really be, are they in the playoff hunt? Because if they're
Right.
not even in the hunt, they're not going to bring him back. But if they need
Especially
wins,
with that
he's
O-line.
going to come back and he's going to absolutely obliterate defenses, because that's
Yeah.
just what they do at the end of the season, is obliterate defenses. Look at Washington last year. But yeah, let's hold on to Justin Fields. Corey Cross gave him merit. 1.7 last week, even with Austin Eckler going down. Keep stashing him. Don't panic yet on him. Somebody
we
has
got
to
to
run
see
the
how
ball.
this is going to play
Somebody
out.
has to run the ball in Washington.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about him? I don't really want to talk about him.
Me neither. He's on our one more chance list. Buddy, I had so much faith in you.
I was definitely one of those people that drafted him higher than I should have. I was I want to say I was cautiously optimistic, but I don't think I was very cautious with my optimism. So it's, yeah. I feel like because of where I drafted him, I have to give him another chance and hope that it pans out. But yeah, this one hurts. And I had him and Cortland Sutton in one league together.
Yeah.
So I got that going for me too.
It's just, I had so much faith in you. Let's read a couple of these comments real quick before we get to our guys that are almost donezo. Let's see. First up, I have Harrison. I started Fields. No, not dumb. He was great. He should have done well. Concussions suck. He played the Bills. That sucks too. You can't predict a concussion. You can't predict injuries. That sucks for you. I'm sorry. I also started Fields. I luckily still got a win though. Got McNichols and canceled Sanders.
There you go.
Thumbs up for you. Will Drake London be fine? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, oh, he was bad. 49 on the season. He finished with 75 this week. He should be fine. Keep holding him.
He'll be fine. Yeah.
Got offered Jamar and Chase Brown for Neighbors and Chuba Hubbard. I'm doing. I don't want to say no to Jamar. They're buying Neighbors. Chuba's good. No, I would not take it just because you're getting two players on the same team on an offense. We don't know what it's about to look like.
Yeah.
Running back 2, Henderson, Judkins, or Harvey.
What do you think?
Judkins?
Yeah.
I hate to say that. I would prefer Samson, but Judkins, I guess. Like, gross. Tough question before we get last tough question here. I have 2 fantasy teams only. Dang, I'm jealous. Stevenson, Algier, or Tootin, all are available in my 10-team league. Tootin has the best upside. Stevenson, we don't know if Henderson's ever going to take that backfield. Algier is a great handcuff, but Bijan Robinson exists. Tootin is taken away from Travis Etienne. Even with Etienne, they're both killing it. So I would go Tootin. That's me.
Oh, this is hard. This is a tough one. I am leaning Ramondre here, but I agree. I think I would take Tootin for the long run. I think in the long run, Tootin has the higher upside.
Yeah. Chase Brown for Drake London. What do you guys think? I lean Drake London. It really depends on what your team looks like, though. That's the problem.
That's what I want to know. I want to know what the team
Yeah.
looks like.
All right. Let's get on to our. Do I still have my. Oh, no, I don't have it anymore. I used to have the Undertaker, like, grave sound on here for when we bury players, but let's talk about players that I'm done with.
Can't wait.
First one, Aaron Jones Sr. has a hamstring issue for one, and they brought in Jordan Mason. Aaron Jones had 2.3% points last week. He's rostered in a ton of leagues. So far this season, he's RB28, which is pretty good. But last week he finished as 59 with that hamstring issue. When players in general get hamstring injuries, especially the running back position, that does take quite a while to actually fully recover from. Because
it lingers.
It lingers.
Yeah.
Given Aaron Jones's age, that's going to linger longer, and especially since he's had injuries in the past as well, that has lingered, that has carried on. I am a little concerned that this is not going to carry on. And if you're rostering him, I'm really sorry, but he might be done. Age 30. He did play all 17 games last year, but in 2023, let's remember, he only played in 11 games when he had an injury there. That lingered on quite a bit, where it wasn't like he just missed an extended amount of time all at once. He played in a game, missed 2, played in a game, got injured again, missed 2, played in 5 games, missed 2, but had a bye week in the middle there. So really he was out for 3 weeks. And then he finished the season with 4 games played. This has the opportunity to be an up and down season for Aaron Jones because of his history. I mean, this could easily become one of those things that is an off and on thing where the Vikings might just say, let's just roll with Jordan Mason. He's a good running back. Why not just continue on with him? It's safe to drop Aaron Jones. Let it be somebody else's headache. All these guys that, if you have Aaron Jones and you have these nobody as at the running back position on waivers, drop him. Somebody's going to go pick him up instead of instead of any of these other players that we've mentioned today. They're going to go for Aaron Jones because they know he can be good.
You know what? I drafted Aaron Jones nowhere this year. I did not want the headache. I am one of those people that said that Jordan Mason was going to eventually be the guy. And was I expecting it to happen this soon? No. But here we are. It's now. The time is now.
Yeah.
So I was high on Jordan Mason before the season started. And I think that is going to pay off.
Yeah. Next up. I'm going to put a disclaimer on this one. Because of what happened last year. If you're a fan of the show, and I know some of you in the chat are, you watched us quite a bit last year, and I really, really do appreciate that. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification. We put out 8 shows a week, one every single day of the week, twice on Wednesdays even. Follow our content. We will definitely help you win your league. We got waivers. We have starts and sits. Tomorrow at noon, we have a rankings show. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m., we have a DFS show to help you win some money. Fridays are IDP days. Saturday is a dynasty day. Sunday is a start sit, and I cook on air in my kitchen. And then Mondays are the recap of the weekend and a Monday night preview. Subscribe. Follow us so next year you can say, Justin, you idiot, you said this last year. I'm not falling for it again. Now, I said this last year, I think after week 3, when he scored 0 points off of 1 target. And then he followed it up in week 4 with 1 target and 0 points again. We said after 4 weeks when he scored 12.5 total points on 7 targets and 6 receptions to drop him. And then he blew up. That's not this year. Mark Andrews, tight end 55 last week in the season. 94.8% of you roster him on Yahoo and ESPN. That's fair. Mark Andrews is a great tight end. He has been great. We have seen finishes of 18, 5, 6, 1, 4, 15, 6 last year after I said to drop him. And he had a bad 4-week start. He still finished as tight end 6. 55 currently is bad. 2.9 points for the entire season. You thought he couldn't get any worse from week 1? He did. He got 0.1 less last week on 3 targets. He has received
with no Isaiah Likely.
With no Isaiah Likely. He's had 4 targets this season. 4 single targets. DeAndre Hopkins has 2 touchdowns in the red zone. That's usually Mark Andrews' territory. Isaiah Likely's hurt. He's not even in playing yet. At a healthy Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews' targets are gone. I noted here, he has, I even got my notes wrong. I said 5 targets. Fantasy Pro says 5 targets. Sleeper says 4 targets. Which one's right? I don't know. But he is tied for 3rd worst among starters without Isaiah Likely in targets. That's not good. He is, now, mind you, he did play against the 2nd best defense against the tight end position in week 1, the Buffalo Bills. And he played against the 8th best defense against the tight end, the Cleveland Browns, last week. But are those rankings skewed because they played against Mark Andrews and they didn't have a good tight end game? Like, is that why they're so good? Maybe. We don't know. It's only week 2. We're only getting into week 3. He has been bad.
I would give you the Bills defense.
The targets. The Bills defense, okay, but that was a high scoring game.
Yeah.
It was a very high scoring game. And he got 1 target. He's not getting the target share anymore. He's out there 80% of snaps last week, 75% the week before. So he's on the field. He's becoming more of a blocking tight end, more of a guy who's just
a decoy, maybe.
A decoy. He's a lesser version of Travis Kelce at this point, in my opinion. It's just, I love Mark Andrews. I do. Being a Raven, I hate him, but like, I love him as a player. He's been great. I've drafted him this year. He's been very disappointing. I can't roster him anymore. He's literally projected negative 0.02 points next week. He has Detroit next week. He has Kansas City after that. Houston, LA, Rams.
Yeah. And here's where you and I differ is I cannot drop Mark Andrews. As bad as he's been, I cannot drop Mark Andrews. Where he was being drafted, you cannot drop Mark Andrews. I think it's a wait and see. I stick him on your bench, let him ride the pine, but I can't drop him.
I can't anymore.
I can't do it.
I will never draft Mark Andrews ever again.
I did not draft Mark Andrews after last year. I was done.
If this was Kyle Pitts, would you roster him? If he was putting up these numbers, would you still hold on to him or would you just drop him? I would drop him if it was Kyle Pitts. I'd drop him if it's Dallas Goedert. If Jake Ferguson put up these points,
that's fair. You're right. You know what? You're right. If it was anybody else, I would drop him in a heartbeat.
And that's the problem is that people are holding on to Mark Andrews because it's Mark Andrews, because he should be good. But I can't get the headache anymore.
Were you drafting Kyle Pitts where people were drafting Mark Andrews? I mean, if you were, I have some questions.
Listen, this is the year for Kyle Pitts. I couldn't say that out loud.
It could be.
Mark Andrews was drafted 73 overall, tight end 7. So 73 divided by 12 is drafted in the 6th round. So, I mean, that is a lot of capital, but holding on to capital doesn't do you anything after the draft. What if he
No,
scores
but
1.5 for the rest of the season?
I'm not saying hold him for the whole season. We're in week 2.
I just if you've got Mark Andrews and Evan Ingram, I'm sorry. Go get Juwan Johnson. Like it's tough out there for the tight end position because there's not a lot. So I understand wanting to keep on Mark Andrews. I will not be keeping on Mark Andrews. Juwan Johnson fits that bill. I think he would be plenty of fine to get you there, and he's available in most of your leagues. Other guys that could potentially be available, Zach Ertz, rostered in 50.1% of leagues. Last week, he scored 18.4. He's currently tight end 3 on the season. Jake Ferguson's even 73.3. I'm immediately taking that one back because most of that points was in a blowout win, or not in a high scoring game. Harold Fannin Jr., 36.1% of leagues. He had 9.8 last week. He's getting you about 12 points a game.
Well, and that was against the Ravens too.
I'd even go draft Jonnu. I would even roster Jonnu Smith. 43.3% of leagues roster him right now. He's getting you 9.6 points per game. He only had 6.7 last week. But all these guys are scoring points. Mark Andrews isn't. That's the thing. It's just there's so many guys that you can get for free right now over Mark Andrews. And maybe you trade him. Maybe you trade him to somebody who does believe in him. Thinks he can get back in there, and you get literally anything.
Find a Ravens fan.
I don't know. Ravens fans might be like, no, I don't want anything with Mark Andrews. I watch him every week. Find a player that has mostly veterans that don't get the young guys on their team because they're good. Go find the Travis Kelce manager. Trade Mark Andrews. Not for Travis Kelce. But I'm done with Mark Andrews. I'm dropping him in every league I have him in. Sure, Jatavian Sanders. Where's he at? Sanders. He is tight end 16 right now. It's better than Mark Andrews. So, good job, Elwood. Thank you. Thank you for picking up Juwan Johnson. That's going to wrap it up. Charlene. I can't with Mark Andrews anymore. I'm quitting him. I'm never rostering him again. This is the Kyle Pitts moment for me.
You were supposed to say that last year.
What about never doing Mark Andrews?
Never drafting again? Mark Andrews ever again.
But he had such a good year last year. I had to. Who was going to catch the ball? Zay Flowers? The answer was yes. DeAndre Hopkins? Like, these guys aren't anybody anymore. What do I know?
D-Hop is back.
D-Hop's back. 2 touchdowns in 2 games. He is the new Nick Westbrook-Akine, where he will get you 1 touchdown a week. And that's all he needs to score you points. So, one last question here. Would you rather have Bo Nix or Drake May rest of the season? Charlene, go.
Drake May. That hurts. Drake May.
Never again, Kyle Pitts. I can still taste it from last year. Once I dropped him, I started to win. And that's Mark Andrews this year. I promise that's Mark Andrews this year. You drop him, you're going to start winning games. Nix or Jones?
Kyle Pitts is doing well.
Nix over Jones. Wait. Indiana Jones?
Wait, which Jones? Which Jones? I'm assuming that's Mac.
I'm assuming that's Indiana Jones. If it's Indiana Jones all day. If it's Mac Jones, Bo Nix.
And Bo Nix.
Yeah. And I saw one more comment I wanted to highlight. Sold, subscribed. Thank you, Ryan. You won't be disappointed. Maybe you will, but I'm pretty sure you're going to win your league this year. tomorrow, noon Eastern, we are back again. We ran way late today. Josh and I will be back tomorrow at noon Eastern to talk about starts and sits of the week. We have 4 positions, 8 players that we are specifically going to talk about in the first half of the show. And in the second half is going to be all questions for whoever's on the show. So if you have questions, be sure to hit us up tomorrow. We will definitely get to all your questions. Hopefully we had so many questions last week, Charlie. That was crazy. But guys, that's going to wrap us up this week. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, hit the like button. That really does help the algorithm get us out there and allow us to help more of you. So until Charlene, I'll see you next week. Talk to you later.
I'll be here.
But guys, I will see you guys again tomorrow at noon. But until then, peace out.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.